This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
Hello, I'm Megan Thompson with your afternoon update from ABC15 Arizona. We do have new developments to share with you in Gilbert as leaders try to find solutions for an uptick in teen violence. It was a packed house Tuesday at the town council meeting with community members expressing their concerns. The town council unanimously approving a subcommittee focusing on teen violence. Amelia Fabiano has more.
Community members have been showing up at council meetings across the East Valley for weeks now, trying to demand more action from community leaders. Our crew was here at Gilbert Town Council chambers last night, where they saw tears, they saw people clapping, and they saw people calling for community leaders to speak publicly more about this issue of teen violence happening in their community. We also saw a bit of a debate amongst Gilbert Town Council members on whether this should be a task force or a subcommittee. They ultimately settled on a subcommittee, unanimously voting that through last night. Community members speaking up, packing council chambers Tuesday, but many have been speaking out for weeks, concerned about the safety of their children. Fears heightened after 16-year-old Preston Lord was assaulted at a nearby Queen Creek Halloween party in the fall and later died. Our investigative team hearing real fear about a group known to this community as the Gilbert Goons. Town council members spoke to the audience last night, some even emotional before that vote. We also spoke with some parents and grandparents at that meeting who say they've been concerned for their loved ones' safety after all of this violence.
We want answers. We want to know that the community is supported and we're going to be safe.
Do you feel like this is a step in the right direction?
I do. I think that it's a step. I think that there's a lot more steps to be taken.
Our ABC 15 crew did try to speak to the Gilbert police chief before that meeting last night. He wouldn't take our questions, and he said he wouldn't be talking to us after the meeting either. But he did tell our news partners at KTAR earlier this week there are multiple agencies working with the Gilbert Police Department right now to look into this group known as the Gilbert Goons, including the Arizona State Gang Task Force, the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, and multiple other police departments out here in the East Valley. As far as other towns and cities here in the East Valley, we are reaching out right now to try and confirm on whether they're going to look into creating a similar subcommittee or task force like Gilbert has now done. Reporting in Gilbert, Amelia Fabiano, ABC 15, Arizona.
Amelia, thank you. From the East Valley now to the West Valley, a community there calling for justice. The family and friends of 46-year-old Gabriel Cruz holding a vigil Tuesday night. Cruz was hit and killed New Year's Eve while crossing the road near 83rd Avenue in McDowell. We're told this happened just before midnight as his family was celebrating at an apartment complex nearby.
He would always tell me I was his angel, and I felt like that he was our angel. He showed me and my kids a love like no one's ever had.
Police say a black Dodge Charger hit Cruz, then sped off. They say the car should have front end damage and damage to the windshield. If you know anything, please call Silent Witness. In the state of education, Arizona's top education leader giving schools a 2-week deadline to prove they're teaching students about the Holocaust and other genocides, citing a state law and concerns stemming from the Israel-Hamas war. In a statement, State Superintendent Tom Horn said the department has heard about pro-Hamas and anti-American propaganda being spread in schools. He goes on to say, quote, expressions of hatred like this are unacceptable, and a powerful way to combat this is with learning. Schools and districts have until January 24th to prove they're abiding by state law. Happening this weekend, this is your last chance to check out Zoo Lights. It goes from 5:30 to 10:30 each night through Sunday. Tickets cost $30 online or $25 for members.
Time now for that most accurate forecast. I'm meteorologist Iris Hermosillo. We're kicking off the day with more freeze alerts in central and western Arizona. Areas all across the valley under a freeze warning till 9 o'clock this morning. And then that warm up gets us a little milder by this afternoon. So that warm up will be a little quicker, putting us at 60 for a high today in Phoenix. Still about 7 degrees below average, but temperatures climbing today with highs in the 30s to 40s in northern Arizona. Then we're switching into weather action mode tomorrow as a storm system moves in, bringing more snow to the high country. light rain and more winds to the valley, but the big impacts will be up north where that snow could fall during that morning commute. 1 to 3 inches above 3,000 feet and areas above 6,000 feet could pick up 3 to 6 inches of snow with this storm. So not as much as we saw this past Sunday, but either way, the timing of it again could make for difficult travel in the high country. It'll get colder too once that storm moves in Thursday and Friday back into the 50s, but then we start a warm up Saturday and into next week.
We will have another update for you tonight. Until then, get the latest news, weather, and traffic at ABC15.com or go ahead and download that free ABC15 mobile app.
This ABC15 Flash Briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.